Hello everyone, my name is Nikhil Mogal and today's topic is climate change. Climate change is a global challenge. Climate change is one of the most pressing issues facing humanity today. It refers to long-term alterations in temperature, precipitation, wind patterns and other elements of Earth's climate system. While the planet's climate has always undergone natural changes, the current phenomenon is largely driven by human activities, particularly since the Industrial Revolution. The consequences of climate change are far-reaching, affecting ecosystems, human societies, and the planet's ability to sustain life. Causes of climate change. The primary cause of modern climate change is the increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse gas such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, creating a greenhouse effect. Key contributors that includes first one, burning of fossil fuels. Activities like electricity generation, transportation, and industrial processes rely heavily on coal, oil, and natural gas. Next one is deforestation. Trees absorb CO2 and cutting them down reduces the planet's ability to remove this gas from the atmosphere. Next one is agriculture. Livestock farming produces methane while fertilizer use releases nitrous oxide. Intensive agriculture practices also lead to soil degradation. Next one is industrial processes. The production of cement, steel, and other goods contributes to the greenhouse effect emissions. Impact of climate change. The effect of climate change are already being felt worldwide and are expected to intensify in the coming decades. These impacts are both environmental and societal. First one, rising temperatures. Global temperatures have increased by about 1.1 degrees Celsius since the late 19th century. Heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense, posing risk and disrupting ecosystems. Melting ice and rising sea levels. Polar ice caps and melting at unpressed, causing sea level to rise. Next one is extreme weather events. Hurricanes, droughts, wildfires, and heavy rainfall are becoming more frequent and severe, leading to loss of life, property damage, and economic instability. Human health. The spread of diseases like malaria and dengue is increasing due to warming temperatures. Heat stress and air pollution are also major health concerns. Economic consequences. Climate change affects industries such as agriculture, fisheries, and tourism. Developing nations, which often lack resources to adapt, face the greatest challenges. Global efforts to combat climate change. Tackling climate change requires coordinated action at the international, national, and local levels, which involves renewable energy, transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy resources like solar, wind, and hydropower is critical for reducing emissions. Energy efficiency, improving energy efficiency in buildings, transportation, and industry can significantly lower emissions. Afforestation and reforestation. Planting trees and restoring forests help absorb CO2 from the atmosphere while preserving biodiversity. Public awareness and education. Encouraging individuals and communities to adopt sustainable lifestyles. Reducing waste and conserve energy is vital. Challenges in addressing climate change. Despite the urgency, several obstacles hinder effective actions. Which first one, political and economic barriers. Policies to combat climate change often face opposition due to economic concerns and political interests, inequalities in responsibility and impact. Developed nations have historically contributed more to emissions, but developing nations bear the brunt of the impacts. Lack of awareness, inadequate public understanding of climate science and the consequences of inaction slows progress. Resources constraints. Many countries lack the financial and technical resources needed for large scale mitigation and adaptation. Conclusion. Addressing climate change requires a unified long term approach. Governments, businesses, and individuals must work together to reduce emissions and adapt to inevitable changes. Investments in clean energy, sustainable practices, and climate resilient infrastructure are essential. Equally important is fostering a global culture of environmental stewardship. While the challenges are immense, the solutions are within reach. By acting decisively and collectively, humanity can mitigate the worst impact of climate change. Thank you.